Guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I'm going to talk about a story that I seen this morning, and I wanted to share it with you. And this is crazy, man, and it's sad. You see this young lady up here? This is 20-year-old Anaya Brown, and she's lucky to be alive. Ladies and gentlemen, this woman met a man on Instagram, right? They became a couple over a 6-month period. In fact, not even over a 6-month period, of them dating. Near the end, when she called things off, this guy wound up shooting her 8 times on her front doorstep before turning the gun on himself and taking his own life. I don't know what it is about, the way the world is now, where people can't take no for an answer and two hearts don't align. And death has to be the only outcome, either the self or the person you claim you love. I don't know where it got to this point, man, but this right here is a story that didn't end in tragedy, but ended in triumph for this young lady. And I wish her the best. Take a look at this.
Tonight, a West Valley woman is making a miraculous recovery after being shot in her doorway of her Buckeye home. Police say that the man who shot her was an ex-boyfriend who then turned the gun on himself. 12 News journalist Gabriela Becerra spoke with the victim about her road to recovery.
This young woman tells me her doctors are expecting her to make a full recovery. Despite being shot 8 times, that's something she never doubted would happen.
That moment, I just knew it wasn't time. I just knew I would be able to live my life the same way.
At 20 years old, Anaya Brown lives her life like every college student. She studies business and plays basketball at Park University. And her most recent relationship started off normal too.
It was really a fairy tale at first, kinda.
Brown says she met her boyfriend on Instagram and they dated for about 6 months. She decided to break up with him in October because they wanted different things.
He just didn't take no for an answer. Kept coming to work, to school, to home, my house, everywhere I was at, really.
Even then, Brown says she never felt threatened by him, not until he showed up at her house the morning of November 19th.
The tone in his voice started to change. The look in his eye was different. I said, okay, I don't feel safe anymore. I'm going to go inside. My door automatically locks, so I'm reaching in my pocket for the keys. And as I'm in my pocket, so I felt the gunshots.
23-year-old Jaden Kidd shot Brown 8 times.
Twice in my arm and 6 times in my back.
Buckeye police say Kidd then shot himself. He died at the hospital. Brown underwent several surgeries, and today she's up and walking with the help of a cane.
All the bullets only hit tissue. The most damage done is to my arm. It's fractured in 2 different places.
Brown says she's blessed to be alive, but she doesn't really think of herself as a survivor.
You could think about that side of it too, but as far as right now, I feel like I'm just focused on getting healthy again.
And she wants people to know domestic violence doesn't always look the same.
It doesn't come in forms of violence all the time. Sometimes it can be the obsessive love, it can be the overwhelming love that'll lead to crazy endings too.
A GoFundMe page was started to help this family pay medical bills and get back on their feet after this incident. We'll have a link on our website, 12news.com. In Buckeye, Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.
You guys see that? Young lady Anaya Brown, shout out to her, is lucky to be alive. And all she did was give the guy a chance. When has it become normal for a man to try to kill a woman when they hearts don't align? I ask you. We older folks on this channel, most of my listeners, this is mind-boggling to us. Once in a while, the history of mankind has always been idiots that can't take no for an answer. Let's just get that out there. But the rise that you're starting to see in people that feel as though their end-all be-all is the person they're presently with or want to be with. So much to the point it makes them crazy when they get any type of obstacle or resistance from the other person. So here's the thing. A lot of times, when a woman don't want you, and I'm gonna tell you something about women. Women, from what I've seen, right? Women give dudes chances after chances to get themselves right, or women usually try to fix men. Women are fixers. They are, and some people you can't fix, and some people know when to throw the towel in, or some people say, okay, well, you know what? If I'm seeing this early in the relationship, I don't want to go no further. Maybe this is one of the things. She said they broke up because they wanted different things in life, I guess. But either way, man, you don't go and shoot somebody to death and then take yourself out of it. Think about it. A lot goes into that. Everybody's been heartbroken. You're sitting around, you're thinking about what was and a dream of what it could have been. And you're sitting in a depressed state. You don't like the feeling. You want to do what you can do, but some people can't get themselves out of the quicksand of sorrow. I think this is one of the cases. This dude right here wallowed in his own misery to the point where it caused his own self-destruction. Can you imagine driving to this house with a gun on you? I'm going to give it an ultimatum. Be with me or else. See, a long time ago, there used to be people that would say, I can't live with you. I can't live without you. And they'd try that, I'm going to do something to myself type shit. I remember that back in the 90s. If you ain't with me, I'll just die. All right, you on block and mute. I don't want nothing. I don't want to be a part of no investigation if you do something crazy yourself. I was always told when somebody start talking crazy about doing something to themselves and it has something to do with you, you get away from them. Because what they probably mean is they're going to do something to you, then do something to themselves. Like this situation. She said domestic situations don't always have to be the violence part. You know, the fighting and hitting on you. Sometimes it can be the over-obsession. She said the overwhelming love. You know what I mean? The acts of love. Smothering. According to her. So evidently this guy was just all over her. Where you at? What you doing? That just clingy. Clingy is one of the most craziest things you can do as a man. Women don't like that shit. You know what I mean? It's a time and place for that, but I don't know what, I mean, she didn't go into details, but man, I'm glad she's alive. Shot 8 times is no joke, and then he shot her in the back. So he shot her twice, it must have spun her around, then he shot her in the back. The girl's an athlete, going to school. He didn't care nothing about who she was, he only cared about himself, and he was gonna go for the gusto. No matter what, if I can't have you, nobody else can have you. And I don't even wanna be here no more. That is the silliest part right there, y'all. That's the silliest part. In your mind, as a man, I met you, and 6 months have been the best of my life. I just can't go on no more, and neither can you. How the hell does dating turn into a death sentence? Go figure. I'm so glad she's okay. This happened November 19th, man. She is very lucky. She's very lucky, and I hope she uses her story to help other people out there. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. On Iron Brown, you get hella respect from me. Shout out. See you in the next video. Take care.